Boys, I know this is not the usual content that I put out, but I feel like people need to talk about this more. Just over 2 weeks ago, Fortnite announced a V-Buck change that was going to go live on March 19th. It has since then went live, and V-Buck prices now are less value for your dollar. While keeping the same price, it's not a good change and it's not a good look for Fortnite. Luckily for me, I bought the founders, so it's like buying Bitcoin in the big 2.6. Sorry if you're not a founder. Jokes aside, this was a huge change that really shouldn't have happened. I mean, think about how much money they're just raking in. I mean, just over the year, they made, I think, about $3.5 billion. So money shouldn't be an issue, right? Wrong. As of yesterday, Epic Games has laid off over 1,000 employees, which is insanity. And their excuse was that they couldn't afford to pay them anymore. And what's crazy to me is that in the article today, it says, today we're laying off over 1,000 Epic employees. I'm sorry we're here again. The downturn in Fortnite engagement that started in 2025 means that we're spending significantly more than we're making. And we have to make major cuts to keep the company funded. This layoff, together with over $500 million of identified cost savings in contracting, marketing, and closing some open roles, puts us at a more stable place. Guys, this is the same company that gave UEFN creators $763 million. That's almost a third of what they actually made in the year. And they are talking about not being able to be stable and pay their own employees. I mean, hell, they fired the guy that actually made Save the World. I think this is actually one of the craziest things they've done. Epic as a company has just like, I don't know what happened. It's like a 180. They aren't the same. Tim Sweeney, what are you doing? And we know this isn't the first time they've had layoffs for just ridiculous reasons, but even then, 1,000 employees, while you're paying your UEFN creators more than you pay your employees. And the grief that I see on Twitter of these Epic employees being fired for absolutely no reason, being praised for their work just moments before they actually just get the boot, is heartbreaking. It's honestly heartbreaking. And that's why I wanted to make this video, as a little bit more of awareness that companies suck, right? Businesses are fucking terrible. I'm gonna try to do what I can by reposting as many of these Epic employees on Twitter and wherever I can, really, to help them find work where they can, because this is actually one of the most unfortunate things I have ever seen. And it's not fair to them at all. Now, I'm just a small channel. I won't be able to do a thing. But I know that, and I will still continue to try to support everybody who's just in this situation, because that's just the right thing to do. Once again, though, it is mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling, that with the amount of collabs that Fortnite has done in the last, I don't even want to just say a year, like, the amount of collabs that they've had is insane. They should be rolling in it. They should be absolutely rolling in it. And they aren't? Don't fucking lie. I've been a Fortnite creator for a long time, and honestly, this isn't my place to talk because I don't really talk about the state of the game or like the state of Epic as a company. I just make silly videos and hope they do well, which they don't. You should subscribe. This situation is so insane that it needs more coverage. We need these YouTubers to talk about the situation and just help these Epic employees who've dedicated their like time and effort and years and years and years into this company just to get booted out for nothing. And then on top of the V-Buck price cuts, they're such a scumbag company for it. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. I won't glaze Epic by any means. I don't care if I have a super creator code. I don't care, right? It's one of those things where you gotta call it out as is, right? And if you were talking about Epic Games like 5 years ago, they would have never ever done something this insane. They literally went back on their word in like, I don't know, what was it, October of 2025 last year? They're like, no, we're not actually raising V-Buck prices. And that's actually wrong. And that got proven wrong anyways. Because while they didn't touch the price, they actually touched the V-Bucks themselves. So the value of a V-Buck is significantly lower than what it was. They are truly trying to milk you of all your money. And it's just blatantly just obvious. I don't even have fun with the game anymore. They put so much like time into the UEFN that like the main modes feel just lackluster, boring. The maps are huge. The gameplay is just not exciting. We get like 1 or 2 cool items and then that's it. it's just, that's it for the next couple months, like, really? Now, I don't play on the competitive side, but I also know the competitive side is also lacking. And I saw, like, the whole secure boot thing and doing that. That's cool and all, but, like, also, why? But again, that's not my place. I'm not a competitive player. Maybe it does make a difference. Who knows? But I do know they do frequent comps, and giving away money and PlayStation 5s and all this crazy stuff. So why can't you pay your employees then? It makes me truly wish that my main channel here could just swap games safely and move away from this, because the game is just not for me. It hasn't been fun for a long time, and I really wish I could just swap games and move on with my life. But again, this channel is dedicated to Fortnite, so I'm gonna play Fortnite as much as I can, but it's just, I wish I could do more to help the situation. You know, I am a small channel, and I know I'm not perfect, and I can't make that big of an impact, but I do hope this video reaches people, and, you know, can make somewhat of a difference. One retweet, one like, that makes a difference. One share. But we're not done with this news yet. Last but not least, they removed 3 core modes from Fortnite. I believe it is Ballistic Mode, Fortnite Festival Battle Stage, and Rocket Racing. Do you remember when they said Rocket Racing and all the other game modes are here to stay because, you know, they're permanent game modes, and not game modes, sorry. They're their own games and not just limited time modes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking at you, Lego Fortnite. You're next. I know this has been just a big yap session. It's not really my style, but I just wanted to get that out there, that Epic is not your friend. Companies will never be your friend. And I really, really wish the best for all the people who got laid off at Epic Games. And I hope us creators can also realize that Epic is not our friends, alright? And to help anyone that got laid off in any way we can is the best we can do. I appreciate you guys listening and watching this video, even though it's just kind of a ramble. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.